Hello, everybody, and welcome. Hello, Sugar Pea. Good morning to you as well. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Heart of a Hobbit here on the official Lotro channel on Twitch. And I'm your host, Little Redhead. So we'll be doing some stuff today on Meriadoc or Meriadoc. Why do I say Meriadoc? Because I want to call him Mary, and so I just want to say Mary and then add the rest of his name. But it's probably Meriadoc is probably actually his name, so I'll work on that. And yes, Sugar Pea points out in the chat that they are so excited for Midsummer Festival. That bathing suit is so cute. So yes, Midsummer doesn't start until later this week, so we don't have any. Not doing any Midsummer stuff today because there is no Midsummer yet on the live servers, but definitely looking forward to seeing that. And this year they have like a swimming costume, kind of Victorian style looking, full thing. And then like you could get a cute little bow or you could get a cute little cap. And yeah, I think that's going to be some good stuff. And it fits in so good because I was planning here on Mary on doing a like beach summer house party with like music and stuff later on this summer, and haven't put the date out yet, but yeah, so that'll be perfect because people can come in their swimming costumes if they want. So that's gonna be so good. So very excited about that. And I'm also really excited to check out the new Midsummer Island. That's gonna be super cool too. Now, I am gonna actually miss streaming next week, so we won't see the new island together on stream next week, and I'm a maybe for the following week, which would be July 1st. So I may or may not be here July 1st. So with all the new stuff this year, you'll have to go figure it out on your own, probably, and then we'll do it together on stream after that. So that's gonna be really cool. I'm looking forward to checking out the new stuff. So yay! So it's so funny. I put today's thing. I called it short adventures because I'm not gonna stream for my full 2 hours. Probably just like an hour or so. And I thought it'd be kind of like a double joke because I play as a Hobbit. But then I realized like at the last minute I wanted to jump on one of my other characters. She's not so short. She's a beorning. But that's okay. So, my gosh, allergies are still like so strong here in the Netherlands. It's driving me crazy. I'm hoping that like I'll get past this soon. So anyway, actually, you know what? Maybe I will go ahead and take. I didn't take a allergy pill yet today, and it's like a once a day thing. Hang on a second. Excuse me there. Hey, hopefully I got the right button and didn't just sneeze in your all's ears. Whenever something like that happens before, it's like, push the mute button. I'm like, that takes a lot of dexterity. But I think I made it this time. All right, so let's see. So what I was thinking I might do is I still want to work. What I was trying to do last week, which is to work on the legendary item reward track. And if you do any quests with a character that already has earned their legendary items, then they are then going to be eligible to earn things on this reward track. And as you're completing quests, let's see. All right, that's not a good example. No, that's not a good example. I'll tell you what, hang on. Pick up a quest from this guy. All right. Well, that's interesting. It's not telling me that I will get, but I'm pretty sure I do get legendary item experience. Whoa. That's loud. We don't need that. It's so loud. But not before. So yeah, we'll just follow him over here for a second. Oh, what's the thing about? You know what? I forgot to pull up the Moobot commands. I wonder if I can just say it in here. Moobot. Does it tell me? That's not what I want. That's funny. Tell me what's What are our commands? Maybe it's the word command. Oh, I see. Thank you, Pokeball. Hang on a second. Pobble and Academy. If I have your name right. You think it's not always showing the XP for the reward track? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I'm getting XP when I do these. So let's see. Does it say here? No, it doesn't have the information there. Does it have it there? It tells me I'm going to get tokens, but yeah, usually when you're doing stuff with the character that can earn, that already has their legendaries, basically, because at that point that means they are capable of earning legendary item reward track experience. And so for those characters, it's on there. So, okay, well, there was something about, maybe I put servers. Nope, I don't know any MooBot commands anymore, apparently. Sorry, y'all. But what I was trying to pull up is the big news, which is that all the 32-bit servers are going to be closing. And that is very recent news. Now, the 64-bit servers, like Mary that I'm playing on, opened up, earlier this year, a couple months ago now? Has it been that long? I don't know. They opened sometime this year. And I have no good feeling of time at this moment. Anyway, at that time, they had said, hey, we're going to open up these new servers, and you can move over there. And then in August, like at the end of August, we'll reassess how many people are still on the 32-bit servers and what their future is going to be at that point. So all of the regular servers, Laurelin, Guai here, no, that's not a server, is it? Yeah. Gladden, Arkenstone, like all the regular servers. Hang on a second. Let's take a look at this. Bonk bonk. So say if I finish now, let's look at the legendary item reward track here. Let's scooch this where you can watch it. If I say finish now, well, no, I didn't see it come up. Did it move? Right, and yeah, so sorry, I'm distracted by looking at this. I'm wondering if these are not giving XP for some reason all of a sudden. Let's skip to number 7, because that's the other non-combat one, and then we can do that while we're talking a lot easier. So, as Pokeball there mentions, I want to say Pokeball. I do love Pokeballs. Anyway, that yes, everybody and their mother already moved to the 64-bit servers, so the 32s are dead. So basically, yeah, what happened was I think the Lotro folks thought people would kind of like slowly trickle over, and that's not what happened. A huge amount of people moved all at once and left not anywhere near the population over on the 32-bit servers than was expected. Now, Treebeard is a slightly different case because it is a legendary server, and you have to be a subscriber in order to even play on that server, first of all. But it is a 32-bit server. When, about, a year ago or so, maybe less than that, SSG opened 2 new legendary servers, but they were 64-bit servers. And that was their first foray into the 64-bit servers. And those are also legendary servers, so you have to be a subscriber to play on them. But they have one that is in Europe and one that is in the US. And people got very excited about that. And so a lot of people who were very active on Treebeard ended up spending a lot more of their time over on Angmar or Mordor. So Treebeard then also got to be much quieter than it had been initially, which is really sad. Sad for me, because I really enjoy playing on Treebeard. That's my primary server. Okay, let's see what happens here. Scooch over a smidge. We are not getting reward experience for this. Okay. it's not showing up because it is not there. I wonder if that's a glitch, because normally you do get LI experience. So let's see if the ones inside are the same, or if it's what's happened to them too. So this is one of my primary ways of getting LI experience. So yeah, Sugar Pea says, I was checking my final old tunes on Landy, no one there. Yeah, it has, a lot of people definitely got their characters moved pretty quickly. And there were some really long wait times at first, but they did a bunch of work on the launcher, on the transfer wizard. And now it's almost instantaneous. It's lovely. All right, let's see about that. Now we gotta go find the guys, which are outside. Skagosi says good evening to me and B4. Good evening to you as well. So yeah, so the big news is, no, they're not going to wait until August to make an assessment, that they have made their assessment, and it's happening now. Well, not now, but August 31st is the last day of the 32-bit servers, including Treebeard. Which is very sad for those of us who enjoy playing on Treebeard, because we definitely were expecting to have more time. Because one of the things that is the scoop about those 32, about Treebeard and the other legendary servers, is that you don't get everything all at once. You start off with like the first expansion that came out, which just takes you through Eriador. And then you get access to the next part, which is Moria, and then you get access to the next part, and it's like it slowly dribbles it out to you. And I really enjoy that, because when I first started playing Lotro, I found it really hard to keep track of where am I supposed to be and in what order, because you just keep getting more and more quests as you level. Like, you know, okay, now you're level 30, go to Trestle Bridge. Okay, now you're level 40, go here. Oh, now you're level 90, go to the East Wall. And it's like, it may not have anything to do with what you're actually doing at that time, or, you know, the questing that you're currently engaging in. And I found that kind of confusing, because I'm like, oh crap, now I gotta go to the East Wall. Where even is this place? And I'm like following the little dot on the map, and it's really far away, and, you know, and all that sort of stuff. So it was, so one of the things I really like about like Treebeard and legendary servers in general is that slow trickle where you can, you know, just a little bit at a time work your way through the world, and then you get to the cap of that, and it's like, okay, this is, you know, we have seen all there is to see here. So like if you're still running into content, that's part of the level that you're doing. And that kind of helps me in seeing the storylines in a more, you know, streamlined manner also. So kind of disappointed. Well, kind is not true. Very sad, actually. I'm coming more to grips with it now, but honestly, when they made the announcement, like Friday, that... Oh, nice! I got a thing. That Treebeard will be closing at the end of August. I was really unhappy about that, because they had said repeatedly, no, we're going to let Treebeard finish through and do it, you know, in these slow trickles as we've been doing it, which is every 5 to 6 months. But it seems that, I just kind of listening to what Severlin said. He's the executive producer, so he's the one who's like the buck stops here guy. And I don't know, I get the impression that something has changed, like perhaps because the rest of the servers are the 64-bit servers are doing well, and the 32 bits are pretty empty now. That maybe because they don't have the population on them, they can't justify keeping them open. And honestly, I don't know, I have a weird, like, I have a feeling that it's something like the place where they're hosting, like their contract was about to re-up, or maybe not, maybe just something happened, and all of a sudden the prices jumped up a lot, is my guess. And I'm guessing that they can't justify, keeping another one open. That's what I'm thinking. Keeping the 32s open and being supported and all of that. So, yeah, Skagosi says, sad that Treebeard is closing. I was quite devastated actually on Friday about it. I'm less so yet. I'm like, hang on, let's see, does this have it? It doesn't, but I wonder, I feel like that has moved though. Does that look like that's moved to you guys? I feel like that moved. Maybe, okay, we'll do a couple more just to see if anything's going, see what's going on here. So yeah, Poker says that's why I use the book quests as guides and follow them and do the quests in the area around them and Turtlestone. See, I didn't know anything about the Turtlestone at the time. Like, it was my very first character. So I didn't know any of this stuff. And so it was, yeah. And I really do just enjoy the slow trickle that we get with the legendary experience. So kind of sad. But so, yeah. So they're going to close it in August. And we, on Treebeard, have 40% of experience. So like on a normal server, you're earning 100% of your experience. Like, you finish a quest, you get 100% of the experience. And over on Treebeard, we are getting 40% of that. So you finish a quest and you only get 40% of the experience that you would get. And the idea is that's to help you not level so quickly, which I love it. It makes me very happy because it's not the same as turtling. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be zero, all or nothing. I like that it's that kind of little in between where it's just a little bit of experience. That's been great. But they don't have anything like that in the game. They don't have a stone of the, I don't know, go really slow. They only have the stone of the don't go at all. So, yeah. So that's what we'll have to do is we will have to, and honestly, we're kind of in that point right now. We're at like level, we were at 105 was our cap, and our cap went up to like 115. And already we're starting to get more experience than, say, some of the other folks that we're questing with, right? And so 2 of us have already turtled out of the 4 that regularly quest together. We get together weekly and quest through the storyline. So 2 of us are already turtled anyway, as it is right now, which is really funny because then you're like looking at your little, blue bar at the bottom, green bar, whatever, and like, oh, I guess that's just a waste. I'm not going to use any of that today because I'm getting 0 experience for what we're doing. But you still get your legendary item experience, so at least there's that. Yeah, that's exactly. Stone of the bit faster turtle. Like, maybe we could get a stone of the tortoise. Well, no, it is the tortoise, isn't it? I don't know. Somebody suggested slug, which I thought was kind of funny. Stone of the slug. Doesn't that just sound appealing? Yeah, so, I don't know. So, where I'm at right now is I have, before, and I actually already have a bit of stuff on the calendar for this summer for between now and August 31st. And it's unfortunate because like we're in Europe and a lot of Europe goes on holiday for, a good 6 weeks or so in the summer. If you go anywhere, a lot of times you'll find like all the shops are closed for a week or more sometimes, like it's very common to have, things that are quiet and out of, people are out of town, people are with family, it's busy. Doing things that are not on the... Look, my experience is going... Oh, because I'm taking out enemies, probably. But let's see if anything I do does this. No. Okay, nothing changed there. Oh, because we're not actually at the end. Let's talk to Gwei here. yeah, so I've kind of gone through a bunch of phases with this already. So Friday, I was pretty devastated with the news. Pretty upset about it. Um, but I mean, it's not like there's anything I can do about it. And so, then it's like, all right, well, what are we gonna do? So we had a little bit of a chat over the next few days with the folks that we quest with, and deciding what do we want to do. And we're gonna try and keep questing through the summer as best we can. But again, there's a lot of already active stuff. So we already have a number of days where we're like, okay, we won't be able to do this one, we won't be able to do that one. And basically, as far as I'm concerned, Treebeard is done. Like, there is no more Treebeard. We are still on Treebeard, but the Treebeard experience has ended because we were trying to go slow and fully experience each, expansion on its own, without running into other things. And that was what we were supposed to get, right? That was supposed to be our progression. And we're not going to get that. Like, as far as you can get between now and August 31st, that's what you get, for legendary, the legendary experience. And after that, you have to go to a regular server to continue your questing. There's no way between now and so, if you are, let's say, looking for, there are things that you can only get on the legendary servers. Like, there's titles, there's cloaks, there are portrait frames. So, for example, let me show you my portrait frame. Where is it? Great River? No, not that one. Sorry. Oh, I forgot what it's called now. Bench Digger, Blaze of Hope. Blaze of Hope is actually one that you can only get on the legendary servers, I believe. But you get it account wide, which is great. So, like, this character's never been on a legendary server, but because I earned it with a character on a legendary server, all of my characters have it, so that's cool. Hang on, I'm just gonna shoot things. What was what I was thinking of, though? It's like a pointy mountain. Heart of the Mountain? That's it. That one is so pretty. It reminds me of, like, stained glass. I don't know, it's kind of hard to see. It's real small on the screen, sorry. But, it's like a mountain. It's like a mountain peak. And then it's kind of got, like, blues at the top. And then as you get further down, it's got, like, kind of a little bit more greens. And then as you get, let me see if I can point to it. And then as you get even further down, it's got kind of more of a sandy, earthy colors. So I think it's really cool. And that one, it was like level, what was it, 110 or something like that on a legendary server. So I did manage to get that, on a Nor. But the same thing happened on a Nor. Hang on, we'll come back to that in a minute. The Hoagie has, the OG has a question. How long does it take to get to max level as a healer? Oh, probably about the same amount of time as it takes to get max level on any other character, I would think. I mean, especially if you enjoy playing a healer. If you don't enjoy playing it, it'll take even longer, or at least it'll feel like it. Oh, you're new to Lotro, just trying to see the game. Well, welcome. I'm currently playing a beorning, and I wouldn't say I'm playing a beorning well, so don't take my play style as advice or as a guide. Oh yes, what server am I playing on? You are correct. You see it at the top. I'm playing over on the Mariadoc server. So here's what I should be doing as a bear. I should turn into a bear like this, and I should roar at things, and I should bat at things. And there's a way to get like them to pay attention to me. I forget how to do that. That's something that the beornings are really good at, though, is like, give me all your threat and let me do things. But you know, one other thing I love the bear can do is like, oops, they can run. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Look at me, I'm a bear. So fun. So that I like being a bear. It's kind of fun. It's also beornings are really good at doing damage, and so that's another reason why I'm playing a beorning right now. So let's see. The OG says, "Did you download off Steam?" No, I'm playing it through the launcher. So just if you go to lotro.com and just download the launcher, that's how I play it. I prefer to play it that way. But you can play it through Steam. I know there are people who do it. More people play it through the launcher than through Steam, but there are plenty of people who play it through Steam. So if you ever run into any problems and you're trying to solve it, you won't have as many people to help you. But on the other hand, you can always post on the Lotro forums, and people are really good at helping each other out. So that's nice. See, there you go. See, I'm a bear. I'm supposed to hit things. I'm hitting things. Look at, I leave little bear paw prints in the snow. Isn't that so cute? I love it. So yes, and Pobble points out that the noob classes are hunter or champion to get a feel for the game. I don't know about champion, man. I have tried champion. It's a very melee-based game. Oh, hang on. Let me do the thing. Check this out. I can do this thing where I'm just like, rah. It's great. That's a good skill as a bear. And you can move now. It used to be when that skill first came about, when you had to do it, but you could turn in a circle, but you couldn't move. And so you'd be like hitting the thing in front of you, and then they're gone. And then you'd be like, I want to hit more things. And if you moved, it canceled the thing you were doing. Look at those little bear paw prints in the snow. It's so good. But they changed it so you can move now, which makes me really happy. So, champion versus the dude who does shouts. The dude who does shouts, that's minstrel. Well, actually, or maybe there's more than one now that I think about it. Hunters don't shout. I wouldn't say the hunters shout. I would say they kind of just shoot things. Hunters are sometimes known as the glass cannon kind of thing, because they can have some really great DPS, but their health isn't necessarily great, or morale as it is known. Oh, whoops, I left this guy behind. Sorry, Illidan. Didn't mean to leave you hanging there, bud. Here, I'm going to switch back into a human. I will follow him up the mountain. Oh, Captain shout too. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, Captain's the one that has the helper in it. No, I wasn't. Yeah, I'm not good. I'm not good with any of those. I can do with good proficiency a hunter, because that is my main. I started playing hunter a while ago, and that's been what I've stuck with, and I enjoy it. So y'all don't get to make fun of me for it, because I enjoy it, and that's the whole point of playing this game, is to enjoy it. Also, by the way, I would say, OG, that in Lotro, there is so much really cool lore and storytelling that happens in the game that endgame, I mean, there is, cap level, you can get to whatever's going on at the highest level at this time. But that's not really the focus of the game. The focus of the game is to enjoy it and play a character class that you enjoy and have fun, and maybe join a kinship and play with other people, because that can be really handy, because then you got folks who can help you out with stuff when you're looking for things, and help you out with advice, or if you're trying to do an instance and it's a little difficult, that sort of thing. But yeah, the journey is absolutely the point of this game and not the destination. So don't feel like you've got to pick something that you're like, what's going to be for the end game? Doesn't even matter. By the time you get there, it might change anyway. So, yeah. Pobble says, yeah, the road we take is the game's focus. Exactly. And the way they've done the game is kind of clever. So there is, of course, there are the Lord of the Rings books that Tolkien wrote, and there's well-known characters, Aragorn and Frodo and all of that. And so we don't fit into that, right? Like, we're not one of those characters. We weren't written into the books. But what we do have is our own epic adventure set of books. And so there are quests, and everybody will refer to them as the epic line, or your epic quests. And so if you look at your quest log, you'll see, let me get out of that one. So you'll see here I have Epic Volume 1, Book 1, Stirrings in the Darkness. So it tells me I'm in Book 1, Chapter 8, Master of the Wood. And then in there is what's going on. So I am the main character. Oh yeah, it's true, also known as book quests. People might refer to them as book quests. But basically I am the main character in that story. And in that story, I'm following along with what's going on with those well-known characters, and helping them out. So for example, in the stuff that I'm doing here with these guys, this is Elrohir and Eladan, which are the sons of Elrond, and I am following them around and helping them. They're trying to track down, at that point where the Nazgul were chasing Frodo, and Frodo got to the other side of the river into Rivendell, and then the Nazgul were swept away by the river. So these guys are now trying to figure out, well, what happened to the Nazgul? Like, are they still hanging around in the Trollshaws? Did they get defeated and go back to their master? Did they have to go back to Mordor and then be kind of, recreated from their spirits by Sauron? Or like, trying to figure out what happened. So that's what I'm doing with these guys. And so we're like walking around and doing various things. So yes, Kindrel has put in a very silly joke in there about the Pillsbury Doughboy. I've seen that one. Gosh, that's not a new joke. I feel like I've saw that joke definitely go around by email at some point in the past. Possibly in the newspaper or something. Like, it feels like that's an old one. Gosh, does anybody even know who the Pillsbury Doughboy is anymore? Like, are there still commercials and stuff? I don't watch commercials anymore. I don't watch much TV. Well, and plus we're in the Netherlands, and so, any commercials we have are Dutch anyway. But anyway, so, so I thought that was a really clever mechanic that they put into the game, back at the beginning, is that you have your own epic story that you're doing, and you're the main character in that story. I thought that's a clever idea. I like that. Well, we are getting some legendary item experience from the damage that we're doing out here, but not from the quest completion, so that's a bit disappointing. Because usually that's a lovely way to get it too. But, another way to get legendary item experience is by doing tasks at the task boards. A lot of times that is also an option. Anyway, sorry, allergies again. But yeah, OG, definitely you are always welcome to pop into any of the streams here on this channel. Since this is the official Lotro channel, most of the people who are streaming here are just fans. We play the game, but we're not associated with SSG in any way, so we don't have any like ability to speak for the company or get the company to help you if you're having a problem or anything like that. But most of us are streaming because we have played the game for a while. We have some knowledge, and also the people in the chat are often very knowledgeable and have been playing for a while themselves. So there is just so much you could do in Lotro. So many, like, it's so funny. A lot of times there'll be people who are posting on the forums or in Discord or whatever, and they're like, man, I wish SSG would set it up in the games that we could do blah, like maybe something in the options. And they're like, yeah, I wish I could turn off these special effects that I get. And people are like, you can, that would be under post-processing. Just turn that off. And they're like, what? So there's just so many things you can do, so many settings you can tweak, so much in the game that there's just no way for any one person to know everything. I mean, not even the people who work at the game could possibly know everything about this, because it's just been 18 years, it says up there, of building this game, right? And so it's like layers upon layers upon layers. You ask somebody, where's that brick come from? They're like, oh, I don't know. That's before me. Anyway, so yeah, so there's a way. So as a community together, we work together, and like amongst everybody, we have the knowledge of whatever it is somebody might be looking for. So yeah, always feel free, the OG, to pop in and ask questions or look for advice, or hang out and offer advice to others as you get to be more knowledgeable yourself about the game. And definitely, I would recommend keeping an eye out and finding some folks you'll enjoy spending time with, and join a kinship, because I find having people to play with really, really helps. That's something that we're actually looking at, because our group on Treebeard is, as you might expect, kind of small. And we're debating what we're going to do, like which server are we going to go to continue. And we think that we're gonna hang on. Oh yeah, they're waiting for me. That's right. Yeah, so we're thinking we might go over to Peregrine and then just continue from there, and doing Stone of the Turtle and all of that. So it's like, you know, do we keep our kinship? Do we, because, you know, we all have characters already there. So it's like, all right, what kinship are we lumping ourselves into? And are we going to find a new one, or are we going to, yeah, so, things we got to sort out ourselves at some point. But we have till the end of August. I'm putting together like a farewell party for Treebeard. So we'll, you know, have a little music event. So funny. So for all these events, I usually try to have like giveaways, you know, things I can pass off to people, like pet tomes or housing items or whatever. And I'm just thinking, with everybody packing up and leaving Treebeard, the last thing people probably want is more stuff to have to deal with. So, might not. I'll see if anybody wants any giveaways, but if they're like, no thanks, I'll be like, that's fine. Totally get it. Yeah, Sugar Pea says, I've been playing 14 years and still learn new things all the time. I know, right? That's so cool, isn't it? That's one of the things I'm saying is like, or trying to say, is that this game is so deep that there's always something new to learn, and that's so cool. I love that. Yeah. Trying to think of something I learned recently, and now I can't think of anything. I mean, it's there, I just can't think of what. I'm always learning new stuff about this game, too. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm just getting like little dribbles of XP from these various defeats. Let's see. Oh no, I can't see it. Now they're all gone and I missed it. That's okay. It's been so warm here lately. It got up to like 30 degrees recently, and it was just, oh, it was unbearable. And of course it was the day when we had like people visiting, and like it's unbearably hot. We were gonna, yeah, there we go. So it did go up a little bit. We were gonna ride bicycles and go out to get something to eat and stuff like that, and we're like, it is so hot, can we not ride bicycles? Which is a shame, because, you know, I mean, you come to the Netherlands, the thing to do is go out and ride bikes, but it was too much. Even I was like, no, I'm good. We'll just, yeah, not do that. Oh, where am I? Well, let's see. I can have it show me. What deed did I just complete? Lothlorien, Beast Slayer, select deed. There we go. I use this plugin called the Deed Tracker, and sometimes, especially in the early parts of the game, there are deeds where there's multiple deeds that have the same name. So, like Warg Slayer, and it's not like Warg Slayer of Lothlorien or Warg Slayer of something. No, it's just literally just Warg Slayer, Advanced Warg Slayer. So that doesn't really help if you're like trying to figure out, well, which one did I just complete? So with the deed tracker, what he did is he's like, okay, it looks like you are in such and such a place. So which one of these did you just complete? And I mean, and the reason why it can't like definitively do it for you is because there's the potential that I could like grab an animal from one location, like Lothlorien, and end up dragging it into like the East River and defeat it there. So I'm over the border. So and then it would say, oh, you're in the East River. You just finished, you know, Warg Slayer of the East River. But it wasn't. It was because you know, you were doing the other one. So that's why he can't just have it be like, you did this one. It's obvious. Which is too bad, because it's like, I have never found myself in a situation where it's been any of the other ones. And I wish it would just like fill in the thing for me. I'd almost wish I'd rather it just be wrong and figure it out later. But it's okay. Well. All right. Unfortunately, I have a lot of things to do tonight still that I did not accomplish today. So we'll go for like another 10-15 minutes or so. That's another reason why I called this stream Short Adventures, because it wasn't going to be for too long. But I thought it would also be kind of funny because I normally play a Hobbit. So it's a short adventure with a short character. But again, I'm playing a beorning, so today. So it's not quite the same. All right. We have to go and... Oh. I know you're following my lead, but they're not noticing me yet. Sometimes you go too soon and they don't. There we go. I had to like wait for a second there. So B4 though is planning on streaming after me tonight, and I don't know if he's going to go for his full 2 hours or not, because he has also things to do tonight. Okay, so this is where as a hunter, I'd be like putting down some traps, and anytime I'm playing something that's not a hunter, I'm always like, okay, what am I supposed to be doing right now? I feel like I should be doing something before the battle begins to prepare. Like go invisible, you know, put down my traps, go invisible. Like, what do I do with myself? Like minstrels, I think there's some pre-battle stuff you can do. I know B4 plays a minstrel and he's really good at it. He understands like how all the pieces, you know, fit together. And so sometimes he'll be like, do this, do that as a preparation. So, all right, so I think what I'm going to do is we'll finish this round, this is the end of it. Maybe I'll switch over. I have another character. So Cloudberry here is level 47. And I'll switch over to another character I have that is also kind of low level but has her legendary stuff. And see if the quests are the same, like having no LI XP on these, just to kind of take a look, because that is really weird. Because it's always been there. So I don't know if this is like a glitch or what's the scoop. Now the good thing is festival quests have legendary item experience also. So as we're going through festivals starting, you know, Thursday, we'll be able to be getting legendary item experience with that. So that'll be nice. Hey, Elrond, I ran around with your sons. He's like, thanks for running around with my sons. I say, you're welcome. What can I say? Okay, you're welcome. All right, we're going to pop out to the house, though. The house, as you see in my list of houses. Just the one. No, we're going to pop out to one of the houses because I have out here in Lindleby at my house. Oh, excuse me. My allergies have been really annoying me, and so I'm waking up like in the middle of the night, and then I get back to sleep, and then I'm waking up somewhere between like 6 and 8 in the morning, or 5 and 7, and somewhere in that range, and I just cannot, like I'm all congested, and I'm sneezing, and I can't breathe properly, and all of that, and it's like, oh, so annoying. And so that's been going on. It's so frustrating. So I have these 2 ingredient crates, and I like to check those from time to time. You know, oh, we're far up, but that's okay. We can pop down. Let me ride down. Oh yeah, I got this garden perch of the Silent Hunter. Check it out. Isn't that so cute? Cat just chilling out, man. Makes me happy. All right, because you could only get those out of the boxes before, but now they were available for sale. Maybe they still are, from one of the people by the Boar Fountain, the curator, or one of the fruit folks, Rowan Raspberry or Myrtle Mint or something. Yes, so cute, right, Skagozy? I love it. Oh, the Look Killa says, never played Lord of the Rings online before, but definitely looking to get into it soon. Awesome. Well, come and join us. It's a good time. I enjoy it, obviously. Okay, let's see. Okay, that one still has it listed. Okay, well, that's good. So the task board stuff still has it listed. Do I have any task board stuff? I have piles of great filth. Well, how lucky are we? And that's level 44. So let's see if somebody would like our piles of, what did I say, great filth? Yeah. All right. Piles of great filth. Somebody does, right? Did I miss it? Let's see. Oh, maybe it's, well. Oh, maybe it's just great filth. Oh, I was looking for pile. Silly me. Gilded. Broken and jeweled. Great scales. Great Scott. Great filth. Oh, here we are. Okay. Yeah? Yeah. Oh, Thorns Hall. All right, sure. So this is how this works, is you go up to the task board and you find the range. And so the thing I have is between 41 to 50. So I found somebody that'll take it, and then I can click on the box and, oh, I've got a couple of things to turn in. That's great. So I click on it and it'll say, hey, you've got this stuff, and you turn it in, and it gives you like reputation with that faction. Let's turn this one. Reputation with Thorns Hall. Oh, but these are low level enough. Oh, really? Oh, that's so sad. It's not giving me reward experience. We are just striking out in every direction today, aren't we? Let's see about these enlarged carapaces. Is that, do I want those? Will you give me, oh, you give me other stuff. Well, I'll turn that in, sure. What about this one? Pure black furs? Oh wait, hey, is that a higher level? That's level 44, no. Pure black fur for Council of the North. Anybody else want that? Yeah, the Lossoth? Just that. Well, I'm disappointed. How about Thorns? Will you guys give me? Nope. Oh, big disappointment. Because if I was doing stuff that's a little higher level, like 51, these things come with legendary item experience. The task board stuff. Well, I think we'll just pause on that for a moment then. So I think what I might do is, let's see how much time. Probably got another 5-ish minutes. So let me switch over to a character I have in the 50s. So give me a second there. So that's thankfully not one of my completionist characters, so logging out doesn't take quite so long. If you're on one of your characters that's done more quests and deeds and all of that thing, it takes a lot longer. Okay. Okay, so we'll check in with Narnia here. She's at level 57, so she's over that level 50 hump. And we'll see if that makes a difference. She's also not a completionist character, so things shouldn't take too long to log her in and out. I used to have to be really careful on stream about logging in and out because it would take so long. But then I got a new computer, well, a couple years ago now, but then I got a new computer and it's so much zippier to get logged in and logged out, which is so awesome. It's like, yay. But I do have characters that have done a lot of stuff. So, you know, that slows it down a little bit. Sorry, here I'm tidying up my desk a little bit. Okay, so, oh yeah, last time I logged into her, we were still doing festival. So let's, oh, you know what? Then that means my Wenda's run out. Maybe? Oh yeah, that's the big one. So let's go to the house. We'll go to the house. That seems the thing to do. So we can get, oh, isn't that cool? I love that travel skill. That came in with one of the packs, supporter packs. I forget which one. I like that one though. It's like a willow, like a weeping willow sort of thing. I have a Hobbit character on Mary here that because Mary's one of the role-playing servers, or role-playing encouraged, but you know. I pretty much do mostly role-playing with that character especially. And she has the one where you can... you're packing things into a backpack. So it's like she leans down on the ground and she's packing things into a backpack. And then she puts it on her back and then whew, disappears. I'm like, that's cool. It's my garden birch. Well, I also got this lily pond and fountain of the budding spring. Isn't that pretty? I love that one. I gotta figure out what to do about these edges though, because I don't like these brown edges. That just is odd. And unfortunately, I don't think, yeah, I can't move it up and down. Not on that hook. There might be a hook here. Oh, no, I think there's 2 houses in Lindleby that have the hooks that let you move things up and down. And this isn't one of them. So now I wonder if I put it inside, would I be able to move it down? And then it would just be like a little puddle on the ground. Yeah, you would still have the edge though. Yeah, I don't know. I really like, so everything, I love everything about this except for that wooden border. Isn't that so funny? Like, for some reason, that just strikes me as odd. Like, yeah, something's just not quite right about it. Like, maybe it needed to be rock around the outside to match the rock on the inside. I don't know. But the rest of it is gorgeous. I think it's really gorgeous. So I went ahead and got that when those were available in... Oh, I think it was one of the festivals, wasn't it? It's so funny because I started streaming. So this channel's been around for a little while. And every so often, Gordovan, who's the SSG community manager, will be like, hey, you know, as a reminder, if you stream, want to stream on our Lotro channel, you know, contact me and we'll talk. And so, you know, that happened. I was like, well, yeah, I love doing festivals, and I'd already been putting together like festival guides anyway. And I was like, sure, I would, you know, enjoy streaming on the channel if there's a space for me. And indeed there was. So now my initial thinking was, well, I'll just do festival stuff. right? When festival's on, I'll stream, and then when festival's not happening, I won't bother. But then I was like, well, festival's not happening right now, but I can talk about, this other thing. And so what I realized is I had a whole list of things that I was like, well, yeah, we could talk about this, we could talk about that. We talked about housing, talked about some cosmetics. At one point, I think I did a stream about how to manage your chat tabs and ways that you can, like, how you do that. Here, just as a little reminder for anybody who doesn't know how to work their chat tabs. So you have, let me see, I'm trying to find a way to get some good contrast here. So you have your general tab, and everything is mushed into there when you first start. So if you right click on it, you've got some options. You can rename the tab, you can create a new tab, you can change the filters in this tab, you can change the text colors that are happening here, and you can do a chat logging thing where it's like capturing what's been said in the chat. So what I do is I will create new tabs, and then I'll go into those tabs and I'll be like, hey, change the filter. So in this case, I put all my kinship and fellowship and raid conversation goes into one, because I'm usually only having a conversation in one of those at a time. Like if I'm in a fellowship, we're talking in the fellowship. If I'm in a raid, we're usually talking in raid and not also in a fellowship, right? Like I'm usually in one or the other. I think you can only be in one or the other. And if I'm in a fellowship or a raid, usually that's with my kinship folk. So all of the kinship chat would also be happening in that same place. Now, that's not always the case, but in general. So that's something you can do, is you can be like, oh, okay, I want to do these things. And so let's see, I also do like looking for fellowship and trade. Generally, those have about the same level of interest to me. And they have very little volume in general. So I put those together in their own tab, and then I change the filters in that tab to be LFF and trade. Now, the one thing you want to remember to do, though, is then go back into your general tab, change your filters to remove the things that you have going on in the other tab. So come back here and uncheck LFF and trade, uncheck, fellowship and kinship and raid, that sort of thing. Because otherwise it will post it in both places for you. It thinks, oh, that's what you want me to do. I will do that. And then world I just have in its own place. I don't have that. I don't have world chat happening anywhere else. It's all got its own tab unto itself. Yeah, and so that's the sort of thing you can do with your chat tabs. And I find that, I don't know, it just makes my life easier to have things kind of broken apart like that. So yeah, so like I did a stream where we talked about that and talked about other little, I don't know, tricks that I knew about, that I find handy, stuff like that. So then it turned out that I was like streaming in between the streams almost all the time. Oh, we did a bunch of Bingo Boffin for a while. I like the Bingo Boffin stuff. So yeah, it was just kind of funny. All right, Caliblair, what you got for me? Oh, see, this has legendary item experience listed. That's interesting. That's really interesting. Huh. So I wonder if I should just let Cloudberry increase her level, because I wonder if something's changed in the game, if they're just not doing it for under 50, for example. Could be. Yeah. Okay, so that may be something I may unturtle her in the future. Because what I've done is these characters that are lower level, like 57, 47, that sort of thing, I've kept them there. I've turtled them. So she's got her Stone of the Turtle there, Stone of the Tortoise. Because I want them to stay at this level. And why would I do that? Because when they're, oh wow, I stretched this out, didn't I? When they are earning legendary item reward experience, when they're earning any kind of experience, remember in the game, when you're early on in the game and you finish a quest and your experience bar at the bottom goes ka-chong, and then you finish a quest and it goes ka-chong, and it goes, so every quest gives you a large amount of that bar that you're working on to get to the next level. So then, level 2 is like ka-chong, 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 and level 3, and as you go up in levels, each quest that you do seems to not quite go as far in your experience bar as you were getting in the previous level. So by the time you get to, let's say, level, 120, when you finish a quest, you're just getting a little bit. And then, the next quest you get just a little bit. And so it takes a lot of quests in order for you to move that bar forward. Well, it appears that the same logic applies to the legendary item reward track. So the higher levels, as they're earning that LI experience, LIXP, from a quest, that if they're a higher level character, that quest just does a small portion of the bar. And so you have to do more of those quests in order to move the bar further forward. Now, as it turns out, those are generally the characters I'm questing with, so volume makes up for it. That helps, because I'm doing all the questing and stuff that they're doing at that level. But if I can, doing stuff with characters on these lower levels really helps. And let me scooch this over again like we had it before. And there. So I'll have that there, and then we'll come up here and grab the quest. Okay, so watch. We'll finish this now. You can see where that is. Boom. That was visible. Like, you could see that move, how much of that bar moved. Like, it went from a small sliver to ka-chong, right? So it may take like 10 quests, maybe less, to finish this bar. But with like a level 100 character, it would just go up like a little sliver, and it might take 20 or 30 quests to fill up the bar. So that's why I try to turtle a character around this level, so that way they can come and do these, further adventures or, other missions. That's what these are, and get decent amount of legendary item experience. Now I'm playing a minstrel with this character, so we'll get to hear some shouting here. She's also a high elf, so she gets to do this fun tumble. I love doing the tumble. Whee! Only high elves get to do that. Oh, sorry. I tumbled right past you. Can I help you? Sure. We can attack things on the moor. So anyway, so that's the big news. Oh, here. Maybe I can do the freebie, though, at least. I can't remember the code, the Moobot thing, because I think there's a Moobot command to talk about the servers closing. But that's the big news. And I know I sound so sad. I sound like, oh, there's the news. I sound like, what's his name? Marvin, the paranoid android. Let's see. Is it in the information? There we go. Okay, so let me figure it out. Boop, doop, doop, boop. Ta-da! There's the information. So yes, so SSG opened up the new 64-bit servers and a few months ago, and now a lot of people have moved over to those servers, and so the old 32-bit servers are now very empty. And so instead of waiting until August to make a decision about whether to close those servers or at what point to do that, the decision has been made to go ahead and close those servers. And so they will be closing all of their 32-bit servers, including Treebeard, the legendary server, will be closing August 31st of this year. So that's like less than 2 months, right? Well, more than 2 months, because it's all of July and all of August. So like 2.5 months is how much time you have. So if you've still been playing on one of the 32-bit servers that's not Treebeard, you probably already had figured out that, yeah, it was probably coming, and you were just kind of waiting and not, worrying about it too much. But the time is coming. So it is time for you to go ahead and start moving off of those servers. My understanding, what they said is that after August 31st, no one will be able to log in. So if you have things you need to do, like, sorting out your housing or anything like that, you'd have to do that before then. So I would suggest just go ahead and transfer off, though, personally, because I know originally when the big transfers were happening at first, when the 64-bit servers opened up, it was a little chaotic. And there were long wait times, right? But that's all been sorted out. And transfers are almost instantaneous now. It's pretty amazing. Like, I was doing a transfer one day, and I had a spreadsheet where I was tracking, like, which character had gone, what time, what server they were going to. So what I was doing is I would transfer the character, go and type in the time and the date, and then when the email came saying, here your transfers character as in such and such a time and date, or whenever that email came, I would then copy and paste that into my spreadsheet. So then I would be like, okay, that's how long it took, 48 hours, 20 hours, whatever. And it got to the point where I would transfer a character, I would go to my spreadsheet, and they were already done. Like, they had already moved. So it's pretty instantaneous right now. So if you were waiting until all of the glitches got worked out, I think you're safe to transfer at this point. But yeah, but that's the news. Is the 32-bit servers, including the legendary server Treebeard, are going to be closing as of August 31st. Oh, and the forums. Yeah, they're the old Lotro forums that have been read-only for a while, but you could go back and see all the stuff that, people had posted through the years. Unfortunately, that's being decommissioned also as part of this. I'm guessing they might be on the same infrastructure or something, which is too bad. Even Cord's kind of sad about it, I think. I think he mentioned something about that on his stream, that, so I know there's people who are like, well, can we scrape the data? Can we do this? Can we do that? So I don't know. Somehow the server information still may exist out there somewhere, but I don't think it's going to be anything that is owned by Lotro at that point. All right, let's get some more vitamin C up in there. And finish that. All right, well, I guess the details on that then is that I need to let Cloudberry get a little higher until she hits a point where she's getting LI experience on these again. Because that's kind of important. Oh, you know what I like about this one? I can follow him, and he has got so much health that if I don't do anything, he'll eventually finish this. Not the whole thing, you gotta interact with him from time to time. But man, he'll do a lot for me, which is pretty neato. Let's see. Okay, I'm not gonna go to that. But what I can do as a minstrel is do some gathering and bring them on over. And then, oh, they stunned me. It's okay. I'll stun them back. I'm good with that. Which is the one I've forgotten. I can yell at them and stuff. And hit them with, like, area attacks. And then that happens. They all went to sleep. They were so tired. Skagosi says, I just moved my characters from Evernight and it was done in a minute. I know, right? It's crazy how fast it is now, it's really awesome. I mean, I'm glad that it's pretty much instantaneous now, because that'll make it so much easier for everybody to just get it done. Ooh, let's do some more gathering. Time to run. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Hello. We'll just bring them all over here. Say a little hello. A little more hello. There we go. Done. That's interesting. She didn't make a rawr noise. I don't know why. So, all right. Well, we'll do, maybe 1 or 2 more of these, and then I will sign off for the night because, like I said, I've got some stuff I need to do. And then Before is going to come on, and he's going to do some streaming tonight. And then I'm not sure if he'll be like a full 2 hours or because he also has stuff he has to accomplish this evening. You have to be up at 6 in the morning. So, all right. So we're working on this guy. Okay, this should be safe enough. Stay inside and do not come out. Aye, aye, Captain. We got this. So yeah, let's see. But okay, so the freebie code for the week though is a free +5 hope boost. Well, that ain't bad actually. I'd take one of those. You know what, we'll finish this and then I'll show you how to do that, how to put that code in the Lotro store in case anybody hasn't done that before and isn't sure how to do it. I guess I could do it right now. These guys got to talk for a minute. So you go to the bottom corner, it'll say Lotro store, or it'll have a little series of coins there or a coin. I have a UI skin, so it looks a little different, but it's always in the same place. And then what I do is I will copy and then paste that code in because I do not want to misspell it or have to figure out is it capitalized or not. Doesn't matter. So you paste that right into the, oh, you can't see it. It's behind my head. Up right there. So you paste it into here. So I just opened up the store and this is right here at the bottom. And there's a space where you can free type and then it's got a little present there. So I pasted the thing in there and then I hit the little present and now it's like, hey, you have got this. Good job. So it activated. It's got this little bar that goes across, but I don't need it to do that. So boom, that's it. And now there should be a hope token in my inventory. Ta-da! That's it. That's how that goes. So really easy to do. So if you ever are like hanging out on a stream, and sometimes that happens where you'll get like somebody will give you can win a code. Like sometimes I'll have giveaway codes. Ooh, maybe I'll do that later on this summer or something. I'll have to think about that. But you can get some code. Sometimes we streamers will get codes to give away, or Cord will have something on, or we'll be doing like a fundraising stream because we do the Extra Life fundraising stream sometimes, like in October, November. So there'll be codes for giveaways. You can earn cosmetic pets or Lotro points or titles. And so you win a code and then you do the same thing. You just open up the Lotro store, copy and paste that code into there, and boom, it's awarded to your account. So that's pretty cool. So I know I'm just kind of wandering through these things and not really explaining what I'm doing. This is a set of further adventures of a character. So these are not necessarily adventures that were in the books or were not elaborated on in the books, but maybe a side passing comment happened. In this case, this is after the Fellowship has left Rivendell, and this set of quests takes place in that time frame. And Bilbo has disappeared, and so it's a question of, well, where is he? And so we're searching to the south, we're searching to the west, we're searching to the north to see if anybody has seen him or heard of him. Anybody knows where is he? So that's what this is. And then, like I said, with the other one where we were running around with the twins, the sons of Elrond, the time frame on that is after Frodo and the company have made it into Rivendell, but before the big council has happened, and they're trying to figure out what's the danger, what's the threat level right now, in terms of like where are the Nazgul, and what do we, where are the Nine, and what do we need to worry about? And so Elrohir and Eladan are out doing a bunch of, scouting and checking on things and running around and stuff like that. So you're accompanying them for that. So again, things that in the books, are alluded to, right? People are trying to figure out what's going on. And I think they may mention that, like, the sons of Elrond were sent to the Ford or something like that. And there's some questing that you do around that level also, and around that area where you're like going into caverns and trying to see if there's any evidence in any of those places, that sort of thing. I think, was it Celebrier, or who is it? Somebody gives you a Celeborn? No, not Celeborn. Somebody gives you like a stone that you can use to kind of like check the area, and if it lights up, they've been there, and if it doesn't light up, they haven't been there, that kind of thing. So anyway, it's in that time frame, and that's stuff that's definitely alluded to in the books, that they had sent out like search parties to try and determine, was there still a threat nearby or not. So yeah. Oh, let's turn this in. All right, now this is bugging me. Glorfindel, that's who gives you a stone. Man, I was stuck on the C's, but it's a G. Yeah, Glorfindel, who's standing in a glade over here, who just lights up the glade when he's standing there. Man, check it out. You get closer, and there's like this glow around him. See? It's like, okay. He's like got some fancy stuff going on. Old Glorfindel does. So he gives you like a stone to go into some various caves, and if the stone, you hold it aloft, and if the stone lights up, then you know that the stuff's been there. Oh, there's a whole other quest series. We're not going to do that. P4 says, I thought it was a nice way to be relevant to the story of the Fellowship without being one of the Nine. Yeah. Yeah, I'd prefer not to be one of those folks. All right. Should I do one more, or are you about ready?
About ready.
I'll do one more then. Okay. So I'll do one more, and then B4 should be about ready, and we'll switcheroo. Oh, I have to look on the ground. I'm looking for, tracks of a hobbit, perhaps. But instead, I found some goblins. Who wants to hang out with goblins? Although, so funny, there's some hobbits I know who play music dressed up as goblins, and they pretend like they're goblins, doing music and stuff. It's so fantastic. It makes me giggle every time I've heard about it or seen it. It makes me very happy. So, maybe one of these days I'll dress up like a goblin and join in. All right, so now we've got dudes over here that are like, ah. Or maybe we're like, ah. I mean, there's a lot of screaming going on, right? I'm not sure if I'm screaming bad or just screaming because I'm a minstrel. There we go. There's a lot of good screaming. Yeah, so I think that's the majority of the news. So Hope Token is the freebie for the week. That's nice. Oh, what are the sales this week? I can't remember. By the way, summer sales are going on right now. So there's the usual whatever it is that's on sale for the week, because they do weekly sales. But then they're adding on another layer of a couple of extra things. And honestly, I can't remember. Does it? Oh, it probably just gives me the link, doesn't it? Oh no, here's got some information. Okay, it's the second week of summer sales right now, and you get 35% off black steel keys. So if you're looking to buy a black steel key, now's the time for that. 60% off cosmetic slots, and 75% off Monster Play. Like Monster Play slots, or I thought Monster Play was free to play, but maybe not. Now, the cosmetic slots, I think they're talking about this. So you have like outfit 1, outfit 2, outfit 3, and so forth. And you can purchase additional ones beyond the first 1 or 2, all the way up to 8. So I, through previous sales, purchased all of them. I did it kind of like a little bit at a time. But yeah, eventually I finished that one off because I'm like, I like being able to dress up my characters. Funny thing is, this elf here, she's a high elf, right? Can do all the prancing and dancing and all of that. Oh yeah, I should show you High Elf 3. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but this is a, oh hang on, let me move this around. This is a River Hobbit outfit that she's wearing, but I think it looks really good on her. Like, I just like the way it kind of, it drapes on her. Really fun, in a really fun way. So, yeah, so she's wearing a River Hobbit outfit, and then a different hat and different back, but, yeah. Oh yeah, so I was going to show you real quick. Dance, I think it's Elf 3? Nope, that's not right. What? What do you mean I can't use? Oh, hang on. What am I missing here? Give me to the emotes. Give me to the dances. It's not that. What? Oh, no, it's dance 3. Hello. That's what I want. Okay, hang on. Oh, I should have just pushed it there. So, dance 3. There we go. This is unique to the High Elves. Only the High Elves have this specific dance. So I love that. Oh, okay. So B4 says, the wiki says, update 33.1 made free people's access to the Ettenmoors and all Monster Play classes available for all account types. Yeah, VIP, premium, and free to play. So it must be something else to do with Monster Play. Okay, yeah. I was like, wait, I thought everybody could play Monster Play for free now. Anyway. So I think that will be about it for me for this week then. And next week I will not be available for streaming. So you'll have to just find something else to do. Because B4 is also not available next week. But the following week is July 1st. I would say it's a maybe. Whether either one of us or both of us will stream on July 1st. So you might have 2 weeks without us. Hard to say. We'll have to play it by ear for the next one. But anyway, have a great rest of your night. Enjoy the upcoming festival. I'm very excited to see the new island and all the fun new quests. So I think that's awesome that we're getting a little bit of like some new goodies and some new quests and new location. For the various things, like how they added to the anniversary festival, they added on the new missions. That was cool. So really, really excited that the festivals are getting a little refresh. It's pretty neat. So, all right. Thanks, Skagosi, and thank you very much for the stream. Thank you for coming along. And Sugar P says, have a great day. You have a great day too. So have a great day, everybody. Thanks for coming along. Hang around for B4, who's coming up next. And I will see you all in possibly 2 weeks. All right. Bye-bye now.